What's up, Alex?
Hi, man. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me as a first caller. I appreciate it.
You got it, brother. How can I help?
Hey, I'm gonna make my story a little short. I About 2 years ago is when I started trading.
Okay.
I was just trading stocks, not options, and I put real money right away.
Yep.
I opened a margin account, and I saw the money coming easy. To be honest with you, so I started making some profit at first.
Mm-hmm.
And I start going larger with with the amount that I buy stocks with.
Okay.
And I start getting emotional. I start losing because my goal was the money. I guess that's everybody's goal is to make money and leave.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I blew up like $35,000
Okay.
in less than probably 4 months.
Okay.
Um, and I found out about options later.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw you online. I saw you on Instagram and a Twitter, I believe. And then I start, paying attention to you. And I've been, watching you since, and you've been doing such a great job at trading, and I'm learning from you.
Yep. Great.
Yeah. But so right now I am trading options with a small budget. And I
Okay.
noticed when you trade options with a small budget, sometimes if you buy a contract, let's say not a QQQ, but if you buy a contract that's like 2 days ahead or something like that with a small budget,
Yep.
time runs out, you don't make enough money. So
Yep.
I wanted to know if you have a budget, let's say to start with 500 to 1,000, and you want to buy option and scale. How do you manage that, and what stocks do you focus on? Because I noticed QQQ is an SPY 500. They have options or contracts that are 1 day, which is expires at the same day, and
Yep.
that will give you more. It will be cheaper, and the risk is higher, but also you can get better profit in it. If that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a straight up answer, Alex, because I think you deserve it, and I think a lot of people need to hear this. First of all, thanks for calling. And you know, yep, the past is the past, so that's important. Don't let what you've done previously, affect your future. I've lost much more than $35,000 in my lifetime, so probably, I mean, who knows, probably 5 times that. So, I wouldn't. It's not like it's the end of the road. It's not like that happens. Everyone gets through those periods. They lose a lot of money. They do something that they probably got a little too aggressive on. We learn. That's the only way we learn, right? We got to go through those periods and make sure you understand that that is a period of your trading that you've learned and you've now respected the risk that comes with trading, which will help you long term, right? So that's very important. I would take that as a win. Of course, no one likes to lose $35,000, but at the same time, everyone will go through that, right? So it's good that you got it out of the way because there's not a single trader out there, and I don't care what they say, that they have not gone through that type of situation. So that's the first thing. The second thing, Alex, is you're not going to like my answer, but the truth is that you are putting yourself in a situation that is 10 times, if not 100 times more difficult than someone that is well capitalized in trading options. You're required to buy cheap, very volatile, and really, for lack of a better term, shitty option contracts that are pretty much have the odds against you at every single moment. And so what I have learned, and, as I try to advise people the right way, because that's, I've grown into that person that tries to advise people in the correct direction. I truly believe with that type of a capital, I would rather see you be trading something like a micro contract on futures. Sincerely, I really think that's the right recommendation. Now I know that might not be what you want to hear, but to trade micros on something like an S&P or a Nasdaq, or possibly here in the future, Alex, which is very exciting for you, single stock futures, and that you could trade micros on as well. So you can trade Tesla, you can trade a Broadcom, and some of the major stocks with futures now coming soon in July 27th. So just in 5 days, which is awesome, very exciting. And you will no longer have to trade these short expiration contracts that are always against you. And, this goes out as a sincere piece of recommendation for you and others. Guys, if you're trading with $500 to $1,000 and you're stuck in the game of trading, short-term expiration contracts or really far out of the money contracts because that's all your account can afford, I'm telling you right now, the odds are so stacked against you that it's almost like there's no finish line.
I agree.
It's just, I know that's what we want to try to do, and I know that it would be awesome to start with that $500 and really hit some really perfect short-term positions, which is very possible, Alex, right? That's a possibility. You can quickly flip that account and maybe hit a few 100% SPY longs, right?
Right.
But you're asking for quite a bit, right? And you're definitely going to be putting pretty much your entire account value in a position at that point, which is very irrational, and it also does instill bad habits, right, Alex? Like, if you only have that amount and you see yourself putting 25, 30, 40% inside of a position, that's a habit that's not going to be very good for you long term, and that's really you're over leveraging your position, your account, right, at that point. So here's what I would do, Alex, and this is just my personal advice. One, think about trading props on futures if you want to start there and try to get some payouts. If you can buy a prop account for $90, $100 and trade well, get a $2,000, $3,000 payout, right? That could be right there what funds your options trading, right? That could be a great route to get some capital, right? So do an eval, trade it successfully, and while you're doing it, you can learn futures and learn how to trade even more and continue your education. Get a payout, and maybe turn that into an options trading account with a few $1,000s, or trade your own capital on the micros on the future side. And then the only other option I would say for you, Alex, is try trading the Vanquish options prop firm. But I would say this, Alex. I don't think it is the smartest route to. I think you're almost wasting your time, and I really don't mean to be derogatory.
No, I agree.
I think you're trying to do something that you probably have a better way to capitalize on. Like, you're going to be there's going to be opportunities that you probably are. Let's put it this way. If I was trading, if I had the education of trading, let's say, and then I was trading at such a small amount, the trades that you're taking could very well be something that is material and actually makes a difference. But here you are stuck trading it with one contract with $100 in it, and you make $20, right? And the next person is making $2,000 because they're well capitalized, but they're taking the same trade as you, right?
Right.
And I think there's a better route to get capitalized than trying to flip a $500 options account into something more substantial. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm not saying just magically get money, right? That's not. Yeah. I'm not like, hey man, get more money, right? That's not what I'm trying to say. But I think if you're trying to get a larger account, there is a better route than trying to trade that small options account. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I have some money to put in, but like I said, the past.
But you want to learn first.
2.5 years, exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
The past almost 3 years is when I was trading. 2 to 3 years when I was started trading.
And I
was consistently losing all the time.
Understood.
And my emotion kicks in, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put that much. I either scale it up, or if I lose it, I'm out. I take a break.
So
and I did. I've been on that range. That my account, I put $1,000, and I've been going between 500 to 3,000, and back to 1,000. And I've been in that range for 3 months, man.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so here's what I would say, right? You are going to learn more if you are not under this undercapitalized, having to be super tight and scared of your account balance at all times, right? And that's why a lot of people trade the prop firms, because They buy the eval. They spent $90 on it. They have the buying power as if they are trading with a larger amount of capital. So they're now able to trade freely and really like put on trades and not have like that fear of their own capital and you having this like when you trade with these small accounts, you're like always scared of the account balance, right? It's like, man,
Exactly.
I'm down
Sure.
to $1,000. I'm down to $500. What am I even
Yep.
going to buy with this, right? And it's like you start to really build really poor habits, right? It's like, hey, I'm just going to put the $500 in a trade, right? Like, fuck it. Like, I got $500,
Right.
whatever, put it all in, and hopefully this turns into $2,000 overnight, right? But all of the while you're doing this, you are just becoming a very undisciplined person, right? And you're not building any type of trading education at that point.
Exactly.
And so, you know, I almost want to say, yeah, I just think I'm giving you true advice, right? I'm maybe not telling you what you want to hear, which is like, hey man, like do this and you're gonna turn that
No, no.
$500 into 10 grand, right?
Right. No, I appreciate it. That's.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think you try to trade with some prop accounts, and I think you try to learn I think micro futures with that account balance and that size and that risk that you're willing to take. That's the best way. Like micro one M&Q is $2 per point on the Nasdaq, right? You can take that very comfortably. You can risk, 50 points on the Nasdaq and lose $100, right? You can really scale that and not feel like you're over leveraged, and then you're not worrying about oh my god, my QQQ option expires in one day, and even if I get this move, it's not even going to go up, right? Like there's nothing worse than that. So, if you took a Nasdaq long today with maybe one MNQ here at the 28,480 and you held it up into maybe 600, right? That's 100. That's 120 points. Maybe you were risking, who knows? Maybe you were risking down to this 30. So you're risking 50 points. You're risking $100, right? So that's comfortable. Right. You catch 120 points. That's a $240 win, right? And you're not worried about the fact that the option contract expires today. You're not scared that it's going to go to zero, and you're more comfortable. You're able to manage your risk comfortably, right? Have you traded futures? Did you say you traded futures or no?
Options. I mean, contract options.
You traded options. Here's my thing. I say take the money you have, keep it protected, because right now is not a great time with options either way. It's been a very difficult market. Protect that money, okay? And start learning a little bit about futures trading. And when single stock futures comes out, you'll hear it from me. So make sure to stay tuned from what I'm talking about. Learn about it.
For sure.
And that would be my recommended road forward. Is that fair?
Yeah, no, that's fair, man. I appreciate it. Now, one last thing before we go, because I know you got to take more calls. Can you go over Tesla for today?
Yeah.
Possible?
Crazy day.
Okay, I appreciate it, man. That's all what I needed to know. Thank you very much for your time and having me here. But I will watch the stream and hopefully I can take a look at Tesla and what do you think about it.
All right, brother. I hope you have a fantastic night. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, as well. Thank you.